This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Millwall drive home, driving home from the Den where it finished. Millwall 0,
Birmingham City 1.
a shit house of a performance from Birmingham. I don't normally swear on this channel, but they came here, they done a job, they done a number.
Time wasted. Too much.
It's up to the referee to manage the game,
and he didn't.
And Birmingham City players managed the game, and it's up to a ref. We huffed, we puffed, and
we didn't blow the house
we did
down.
not blow any houses down. A few chances, not enough chances.
Too much playing the ball back.
Possession at the back, looked like
we were winning 1-0. That's what we look like.
Just not enough. And ultimately, if you don't score in 4 or 5 games, you don't deserve to be anywhere near the playoffs, never mind thinking of playoff aspirations. Saying that, well, now it's officially out of our hands again. In a typical Millwall fashion, we've got two away games coming up in Wigan. Obviously, we're doing that as a day trip. There's nothing like a 5-hour trip there and a 5-hour trip back to cheer you up on a Saturday.
Especially after we'll probably lose against Wigan as well.
Well, Wigan now need to stay up. I think they got a result today, so they're still in with the running. But anyway, if you don't mind, put a like on the channel. Like on the video if you don't mind. Subscribe to the channel. Birmingham City players were right up for the game today. They were very professional. They were. It's just professional. Yeah. It's like I said. It's up to the ref to manage it, and he didn't. He was he like I said, he just got bossed, and the ref should be in control of the game.
Yeah, he just let them do what they wanted to.
Yeah, the Birmingham City fans sung. I think they fully expected.
Look, Birmingham are a very good fan base. I think they travel well. They sing well.
They do,
and they got behind their team today.
Yeah, well, and they gave them something to get behind. And to be fair, I'm not sure booing us at half time is the right thing to do. I think
No.
Yes, did we lack quality? Without a doubt, but the players gave absolutely everything. I have absolutely no doubt that those players in the dressing room gave everything they possibly can to try and win the game.
Mitchell must have been knackered after that game.
Well, yeah, he was. Anyway, let's go. So we'll go through the starting lineup. We had one change from the starting lineup last week, in that Scott Malone came in for Murray Wallace. So it was George Long, Danny McNamara at right back, Scott Malone at left back, Hutchinson and Cooper in the middle. You had Billy Mitchell and George Saville in the centre of midfield. Right wing was Ollie Burke, left wing was Andreas Vogelsam, although they switched at different stages. Fleming in behind Tom Bradshaw. We created the first chance of the match. It was a fantastic cross and one of the better corners that we had. I think we had 10 or 12 corners in the game. Really good delivery. George Saville gets to the near post and heads it just above the top right hand corner. Actually, it looked like it could have been
a very good header, glancing header. Yeah,
but like that chance and many that would come after it, we failed to hit the target on far too often. And it's weird because we said about we've had a mix. We went away at Hull and created loads of chances that didn't score, and they had one chance and scored. On Saturday, Preston created more chances than us, and we were quite.
It seems to be the team that loses
is the team with the most amount of chances, and that's what happened today. I think Birmingham had 2 chances in the entire match and put one of them away, and that chance came after time waste. Ironically, it came after time wasting because it was 0-0 at the time. And I think it kind of set the stall out, and you could see that just the throw-ins and things. And although we do the towel in an offensive position, the fact that they've done it in a defensive throw-in will tell you everything. But again, it's up to the referee to think. I think Chong went down and was down for
like 3 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes. Then the keeper came out to try and win the ball. He lost the ball and then feigned injury, it potentially did have an injury.
It looked very.
But he dropped, and the ref stopped it, even though it wasn't a head injury.
And then who was the other one that went down?
It was their number 4, who had a fantastic game at the back. To be fair, I think he was a difference maker.
They were quite solid.
He was. I think he was the man of the match, if I'm honest. But The goal came from, to be fair, a really poor clearance. I think it was from Cooper, and then Danny McNamara tries to win the ball,
and then he gets caught out.
He gets caught out. He's in absolutely no man's land, and for me, in that position, he's got to do one thing or another. You either win the ball or you take the player out. He doesn't do neither. The player's got in behind him. I think it was Kedra who's done brilliantly. Runs at our defence, plays in Lukas Djukovic, longs to slow off his line. You either go or don't go again, like Danny McNamara is caught in no man's land, and the 6'4", one of the slowest strikers in the Championship, manages to round the goalkeeper and tuck it in from it. To be fair, he's tucked it in, he's dribbled it home from a really tight angle to put Birmingham 1-0 up. And like I said, the time wasting after the first goal always meant that there was going to be plenty. The time wasting before the first goal meant there was going to be plenty after it, and that duly came. Yeah. Our main chance for in the first half after that was a Zian Fleming free kick that was hit just over the bar.
No, it was a good save. Was it? Brady saved it because it went for out.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know whether he did save it. We might have got a fingertip to it.
Yeah, but it was well knuckleballed. It had a lot of movement on it.
Yeah, and there were plenty of balls into the box. Plenty of holding going on as normal from corners involving Jake Cooper. The ref wasn't giving us nothing today, absolutely nothing.
I think our boys have learned at the back, if they're holding you, I think we do hold them a little bit, but just because they hold us in the box, so we've got to get away with it, really. We hold them a little bit in the back. Yeah, I always see a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, all right, Zach. And then, so we go in at half-time, we're 1-0 down. And you just need a big performance, because with the games coming up, you should want us to really give it all. It takes 73 minutes before we make subs, and you can. I was kind of annoyed that we didn't, but we had so much momentum, as much as you could do, because like I said, they were killing the game really well. And people are going to criticise Gary Rowett quite rightly for the lack of subs and the way we play football. People are going to criticise the ref. I've criticised the ref. However, it's just a lack of quality when you need it. You know, there were some fantastic chances. George Saville just needs to compose himself to put a rebound. I think it might have been a rebound, and it's just flicked to him, and he's got to put it away from 3 yards out. Ollie Burke then just has a glorious chance. The ball's played out to him on the left, and he tries to just. It's just not quick enough. It's not. He doesn't hit it hard enough, and it's. Don't get me wrong. It's still a really good save by the goalkeeper. And then Zian Fleming had a chance.
Bradshaw had a chance.
Bradshaw had a fantastic chance where I think it was from a Fleming shot, stung the palm of the goalkeeper, bounces out, and then Bradshaw's just got. He could even go around him. He could have done a little bit what Djukovic done. He could have went round the goalkeeper, but instead he just puts it straight at him, and it absolutely typified what kind of performance we had. Yeah. You know, who was your man of the match today?
Billy. I think he works his nuts off.
Oh, he did work his nuts off. I think he was blown. Last 10 minutes, I think he was actually dead on his feet, which always surprised me that we take George Saville off. I know Billy's more energetic and more lungs, but he was absolutely blowing.
I looked at him in the last 15-20.
People got to remember he's come back from injury, and he's had to play 90 minutes on Saturday. He's played 90 minutes again today. That was always likely to happen. I agree with you. I thought he had a really good game. It's weird because Ollie Burke had an excellent game until you need him to have an excellent game.
Until the final third.
No, well, even in the final third, but he just.
Except from his finishing isn't good at all.
No, it's just finishing or his final decision. It's just final decision making. He's just
not good enough.
No, it's not good enough. It was either not hard enough. It was just like I said, it was just not good enough. And Birmingham did have the first chance of the second half, and it was only their second. They only had 2 chances of the game. And again, it was a ball played forward. It kind of bobbled around and fell to their player, who took a good shot. And I think Long made a decent save. Probably the only save that he had to make in the it was the only save that he had to make in the entire match.
No, there was another one where their player was through and go in the last couple of minutes, and he tried to chip him, and Long, he kind of put a shoulder up, and then Hutchinson cleared it.
They had the chip in the first half, didn't they? Which looked like it was going over, but Long had to make sure. Yeah. But that was, like I said, we huffed and puffed and we made the substitutions. SA came on, I think Bennett came on, but we didn't really look like scoring. We didn't create a chance in the last 10 minutes, and that's just not good enough. But Birmingham City I think they deserved a win more for the fact that they were professional.
Yeah, they
like I said, they
well.
managed the game well, because they didn't make it. It weren't a football match. It was like I said, it was a shit house. That's what they did, and they done it perfectly. And it's up for us to pick ourselves up, and it was up to the ref to manage it, and he didn't, and we didn't, and so they deserved to get the 3 points. We now have got the 10-hour round trip to Wigan on Saturday, and then
a 14-hour round trip
and then an even longer round trip to Blackpool. But we'll be there. We'll be singing a song. It's out of our hands now. We need either West Brom or Blackburn to slip up at least once, and then try and take 9 points from 3 games. But like I said, we've got Blackburn on the last game of the season, and knowing us, it will come down to that. On days like this, it's very difficult to be a Millwall fan, but it's not. But it is who we are. Like I said, me and Zac will be up at Wigan on Saturday, and we'll be up at Blackpool,
and we'll be at the Den.
And you'll have to put up with us with 3 more drive homes. Hopefully, we'll be a little bit more
lively.
No, I wouldn't say lively. A little bit more. We're happier than we are today. But we really appreciate your support. No matter what happens, we don't care. No one likes us.
We don't care.
Come on, you Lions.